Hey there! So I'm about to teach a quantum meditation class, and I had a few extra minutes this morning before class, so I thought that I would just hop on and chat with you about quantum meditation and what the difference is between quantum meditation and just regular meditation. So let's first start off by just saying that there is really no such thing as regular meditation. Meditation is a practice that has been used by all ancient civilizations and places all over the world, and so there is no form of regular meditation. No matter who you ask, no matter what civilization or country you're in, there's going to be a different form of a regular meditation for that specific place. I think that it's so valuable to know what type of meditation is being used in the country that you are in the location that you're in, because of astrocartography and things like that. Astrocartography has to do with the fact that now we're already getting into quantum meditation topics, right? It has to do with the fact that we all are in different spaces in the world that have different vibrations. And the people who have lived amongst the land in these spaces prior to us have learned meditation methods and rituals and practices to help them best master themselves inside of these environments and inside of these locations. So I strongly recommend that you look up not only your own ancestry and your own lineage, but also the ancestry and ancestral practices and rituals that exist in the place that you live in, because they could perhaps really deeply support you. When it comes to quantum meditation, we are using so much more knowledge in order to tap into a much deeper level of meditation than we would be able to by just trying to think our way there, if that makes sense. A lot of people in our Western world tend to try to just sit and meditate, but it's really enlightening to know that yoga is a form of meditation. Exercise can be a form of meditation. There's so many different types of meditation that can have dual or more benefits for your mind, your body, and your soul. So I like to use chemistry of the body. I like to use knowledge of neuroscience, subliminal reprogramming, and all of these things when I'm teaching quantum meditation. And I know that this sounds like big, scary words and oh my God, what are we gonna do in a quantum meditation? But these things are really just so gentle, and they're often things that we don't even realize that we are doing. So one of the things that I often have people do in a quantum meditation that you won't see done in other forms of meditation is touching your own physical body. So I'll have you hold your heart, putting your hands on your chest. I might have you hold your face, or give yourself a hug like this. And this isn't just some cheesy woo-woo weird thing that we're doing here. It's actually scientifically proven to boost your serotonin levels. This is the chemical inside of our body that makes us feel happy. It makes us feel oh my gosh, I can trust myself. I love myself. I can develop compassion for myself. So even if you are not in a meditative state, let's say you're at work and something happens and you're just feeling so stuck and so tangled and mixed up in all of your thoughts and emotions and things like that, you can actually boost your ability to find a solution by touching your physical body and giving yourself a hug and being okay, I got this. I'm hugging myself. I know that it sounds so weird, but you have to not underestimate the power of these practices. And I love to learn about the science of all of these different practices, because it helps motivate you to do those things that might seem a little bit weird, shaking it all out, shaking out your joints or something. But when you understand that what you're actually doing here is shaking out lymphatic fluid from your lymph system, you're not just shaking out your joints and being weird. This actually supports the body in releasing toxins. So now let's talk about toxins, right? Sometimes people talk about that in the form of your immune system is constantly releasing toxins, right? So junk food is a toxin, having a lot of really unhealthy things that could be very, very toxic. But another form of toxins that we're constantly experiencing are toxic thoughts, toxic emotions, toxic impulses. And being able to decipher between your toxic versus healthy impulses comes down to the ability to master your physiology. And meditation is truly the best way to do that. So over the past 30 days, I've been teaching a meditation class inside of our membership, and it has been honestly better than I ever could have planned for, better than I ever could have expected. We've gotten to cover so many amazing topics inside, and it's just been so transformative, not only for all of my students, but also for myself. It's just so fun to grow together. Every single time that you teach, every single time that you share your soul gifts, your crafts, whatever it is, it does transform you, whether you are a facilitator or you're someone who's receiving the craft. So it's really expansive to be able to just be in this state of evolution with all of these amazing women. I was not expecting to do a deep dive on nervous system regulation and neurodivergence, but these are sometimes things that come up when we're studying quantum meditation, because all of us, and the more that we master ourselves, the more that we sit quietly with our thoughts, the more we can realize that our thoughts are really weird. And sometimes you might share those thoughts with someone and realize, oh my gosh, other people don't have those same thoughts. Other people are not having the same life experience as me. And it is natural for us to feel like there's something wrong with us when we realize this, right? And that's often why when we start doing a new practice like meditation or Kundalini or something that's really out there, we're like, ooh, am I doing it right? Is it even working? Like, what is going on here? All of these thoughts are completely natural and completely normal, and the more that we build trust in ourselves by doing these practices and showing up every single day, the more these practices actually end up working for you. It is so cool. They like build on themselves exponentially. So I always tell people that you don't have to meditate every single day. All you have to do is just once a week, and allow that to build on itself. If you do something just once a week, that is 4 times a month more than you're already doing it. And oftentimes when you narrow something down and do it for just once a week as opposed to every single day, I notice that I can go so much deeper in that meditation. I like to meditate once a week for probably like at least 2 to 3 hours. Personally, I now meditate every single day, and it's a really important part of my prayer, my spirituality, my ability to ground myself and things like that. And all of these things can be so important for all of us. Male, female, absolutely any age, but specifically I love to work with women that have just turned about 25, because this is when the additional part of your prefrontal cortex finishes developing, and you can really realize what sort of negative thoughts, negative habits, and negative behaviors have been existing in your subconscious mind without you realizing. So often people after the age of 25, that's when we tend to realize that maybe there is something unique or different about us. Maybe we do need some additional support, and maybe just getting dressed and doing your makeup every single day is not going to be the thing that really grounds your soul and makes you feel super aligned and like the absolute best version of you. So this is why I specialize in women of this age and quantum meditation specifically, as well as divine feminine teachings and all of this stuff. It is so fun, and I really appreciate you for being a part of this community, for being willing to hear about these topics that are perhaps a little bit more out there, a little bit alternative, and a little bit new to something that perhaps you've been surrounded by before. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me share all of this with you, and I really hope to see you in our next quantum meditation class, inside of our membership, and inside of our virtual world. I'll see you guys next time.